What is up, yo? It is... Oh, sneezy puppy. There's Riley. It's Tuesday, January 31st, I'm going to guess. I don't know. 7:30 p.m. So I figured I probably should get today's vlog started. They're getting all spazzy. House is a disaster. I've done nothing today. I've been watching YouTube all day, which I'm supposed to be posting on YouTube, but no, instead I watch it all day. There's my guitar. I told you guys I got a guitar for Christmas. There it is, the big Epiphone. It's fancy. It's red. It's a Pro 1 or something it's called. It's a beginner's guitar. It's got a smaller fretboard. It's only like it's an inch shorter. The body isn't as wide and uses super narrow strings, which still kill my fingers anyways. But I like the headstock on it. It's kind of cool. It's like retro style, and I got this funky tuner, automatic tuner. Yes, I'm so good. I've learned 3 Green Day songs already. So yeah, I'm a rock star. So just chilling with the dogs. Got my and one b-ball shoes down there, and gonna put pink shoelaces in it. Yes, that's right, pink shoelaces. That's me. BMX thing from the 80s. Gotta have pink somewhere. So yeah, there's my Canon. I think I got that thing sorted out, so I should start to be able to vlog with that. It's just got an 18 to 55 lens on it, so I think I need a shallower lens because I can't hold it out this far without it being blurry. So tripod I'll use it for, but other than that, I'm going to stick with the Samsung Note 5 for now. It's pretty good, 16 megapixel camera, so seems to be working all right. All right, I'm blabbering on. I'm going to lace up these shoes and relax for a little bit, and I don't know, I got to clean up. Made dinner and stuff, and it just kind of left everything. So yeah, I'm still good for at least 3 hours before anybody saw them. So yeah, I'll wait till about 5 minutes before they get here. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. What is up? Welcome to today's vlog. MikeyP VLOGS here, down in the basement. It's been about a week and a half since the gig, so I figured, you know, I probably should get the stuff set up and get to practicing again. So we don't have a gig till April, but I am gone to Salt Lake City, Utah for a couple of weeks. I leave on the 15th, so should have rehearsal this weekend, and if the timing's right, I should miss one. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. But anyways, okay, I'll get started and I'll take you through with me. You know what? It's kind of bored, so I figured, you know what? I'm setting up the big kit. Still only use one pedal, but it's a double bass pedal, so the other bass drum basically is just for show and to hang the other tom on. I actually see a lot of drummers doing that these days because it's so hard to tune both bass drums to sound exactly the same. So what they do is just use a double pedal setup like I use on the one bass drum. Plus, you only have to mic the one bass drum, and you get a nice sound across the board. So, yeah, I forgot to start recording when I was setting all this stuff up, but remembered about halfway through. So, I'm going to carry on and just messing with some stuff. Hopefully, it still fits where I'm comfortable. Haven't played a kit like this probably since the 80s. So, I got it all on an amazing deal. Like I said, I don't think you see what I use. I use a 4-piece kit on stage, because this is so much to move, but I'm gonna mess around anyways. And there you have it, the big monster. It's actually a Joey Jordison kit that Pearl had put out. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with it for a while. Of course, I'm probably not gonna take all this out to gigs. I'll go back to the four-piece kit, but that was what I was talking to you about with the double bass pedal. So it's actually a single bass drum, but it's got the double pedals. So my left foot controls that beater and my right foot controls that beater. So that way I don't have to worry about tuning both bass drums exactly the same, or it just doesn't sound right. So like I said, I've seen a few drummers do that before, and I'm going to give it a try. Probably won't be able to play for a day or two because everybody's home, but yeah, I'll make sure I get some bit of that for you guys. Yes, I'm driving. Kitties don't do this. I do have both hands on the steering wheel and just kind of hanging onto the phone below the radar, let's say. Anyways, on my way to go get a haircut. Woohoo! Good old First Choice Haircutters here in Barrie. Gonna get a few inches taken off. My bangs are long enough now that it's all pretty much one length, so I can get a good portion of it taken off and see how that works out. I'm gonna try to vlog in there. Of course, I'm gonna ask permission before I do that to make sure that's cool with them, and take you through the process of me getting a haircut. Woohoo! Hey guys, you think I'd get the name right? It's actually Supercuts I'm going to. So we'll pop in there and we'll see what it's like. See if it's busy. All done. Sorry I couldn't take you through. There was a little girl in the chair beside me, and I talked to her mom first, and she wasn't too thrilled about the idea of me filming her little girl. So next time, I was hoping she'd be done before I was, but she was in the chair before me, and she's still in the chair. So it's windy. My hair's a disaster already, but I got it really thinned out and got a couple inches taken off, and I like it. So I'm gonna put some stuff in it when I get home. It's kind of flying away right now, but anyways, okay, we'll see you in a bit. What's up? Down in the basement. It's Super Bowl Sunday today. Got my Jets hat on. Go Jets. Yes, I know. Maybe luck for next year, but yeah, I'm just trying to kill some time. So I played the huge double bass kit, which I actually love. It actually set up a lot better than I thought it would, and figured I wouldn't be comfortable at all, but it's almost the same setup when I'm only playing the 4-piece as far as stands and everything go, so it's not too bad. So if we get one of the spots at that Rib Fest in Aurelia, the guys definitely want me to bring the big double bass kit, because we're going to have a humongous stage, and it's outdoors, and it's going to be lots of fun. We got the most likes. That was the whole point, was to comment on their site and get people to like it, and I think we got about 115 likes. The next band closest to us was only 90, so they are looking for a few bands because they got to fill up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I'm pretty sure we got it. We're in there. So guys, I'm just over here in the laundry part of the basement. I've got my cowbell, which a lot of the paint was flaking off of it and it looked really bad, but I kind of like that look. But I ended up taking a wire brush to it and taking the rest of the paint off. Now I'm gonna make it look all rusty. It doesn't change the sound of it at all, but like I said, I like the look, so I learned a quick trick on how to get something like that steel, to get rusty pretty quick, and that's just with some beer and some table salt. So I actually had some beer left over that I brought back from Cuba the last time we were there, so that's been sitting in the fridge for a little while, so it's probably skunky anyways, and regular table salt. So basically all you have to do is sort of take your beer and give it a nice sort of coat. It's going to really reek down here, but I'm not too worried about the inside. Like I said, once this is done to and I get the finish that I like, I'm going to throw a clear coat over it so it doesn't rust anymore. And basically you just take your table salt, I guess I should get that excess beer off of there. Like I said, make sure you have a good workspace too to work on this stuff, because it does get pretty messy. Like I said, doing the best I can with one hand. That's it. Just kind of work it in all over. And that's that. and then just leave it for a day or two and let the chemical reaction do its stuff, and then we'll come back and look at it a couple of days and see how it comes out. Give it a quick clean, not too much because I don't want to wash all the rust off of it, but give it a wipe down a bit just to get the salt off of there, and then I'll throw a clear on it. All right, guys, just on my way to take K-Dog to work. It's lovely out. It's freezing rain, and I just spent 15 minutes scraping the car off, and we're leaving good and early, so I can take my time. I got the pups with me too, so that way if I get stranded, I won't be lonely. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's pretty nasty out, but it's supposed to change to regular rain a little bit later. It's -4 right now, which puts us at about 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's not looking good for the time being, but hopefully I'll have no issues, and I'll see you soon. Guys, it's Tuesday, February something. It's like the 8th or 9th or something, but anyways, yeah, we're in the middle of an ice storm. It's not too bad so far. Well, actually it is, but the weather, it's warm out. I don't even know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see that. It's building up pretty good. And they're calling for it to do this all night. I've already been out here and warming up the car because I got to pick up K-Dog in an hour. I'll see if you can, yeah, you can't even really see anything out here, but it's pretty thick on the car. Try to get a reflection, but you can sort of see the ice build up. But yeah, I had it running for about 15 minutes already just to get enough of it off the windshield that I could see out of it. See if I can get a reflection off there. There we go. Not really. You can kind of see it on the hood, but it's like it's dripping everywhere. It's building up all over the trees. The driveway is a skating rink. Like you don't even sink into the snow. There's so much ice on top of it. I'm just walking on the ice. Just gonna walk out to the road and see what the road looks like, because everybody's kind of moving pretty slow, and I just watched a pickup truck try. Let's see, we're on a bit of an incline here. You can sort of see that heading up the street, and watched a pickup truck trying to get up there for about 10 minutes. Yeah, you can really see reflection. There's the snowbank, and it is just a solid piece of ice, like it's gonna be breaking through it. The road doesn't look too bad. It's pretty shiny, but oh jeez, I'm sliding down. Like I've got a little bit of an incline at the top of the driveway too, and I'm sliding down the driveway. Crazy. I'll just take it easy, and worst case scenario, I'll throw 2 tires on the shoulder and driving at least on that the snowy part. The Jeep will be heavy enough to crack through the ice and give me a bit of traction on there. I got 4x4, but it doesn't really help you on ice. And I'm just worried about how much we're going to get because my branches are already sagging. Now you can't see anything. It's way too dark out here. Yeah, and the last time we had a massive storm, I lost all kinds of trees and branches, and I lost a big pine in the backyard. You can see the glare off of the tree there, off the lights, and we're not supposed to use salt here because I'm on well water, but I had to. There was so much ice on the front patio, or the front porch here. I figured, you know what, one time is not going to salinate my well, so I will probably be okay for the time being. I don't want to chance it, but yeah, I don't feel like breaking my neck. All right, see you in a bit. Back in the house. I forgot to mention too, I was outside in shorts. It's actually quite mild out there. We're hovering right around freezing mark, which is 0 here, and 32 in the US. So it's actually not freezing cold, and that's why you get the ice building up, because it's not so much that the rain freezes, but as soon as the rain hits anything that's really cold, that's what causes it to freeze and That's why your car freezes up and you get ice buildup on your trees and bushes and all that, because once you start getting ice on there, the rain hits it, it freezes instantly because obviously it's sitting on ice. So yeah, so that's it. I got probably gonna 10 after 8 now. I'm probably gonna leave around, I'm gonna say 8:40, so about a half an hour, because I'm gonna give myself lots of time. If I gotta sit there with the dogs, that's fine, but rather than taking a chance. Alrighty, see ya. Just gonna show you a quick little project that I'm working on here. I saw somebody making a light like this, but I had a better idea. I had an old clock here, and so basically what I've done is I've taken an old drum that I had, it's real cheapy, and I cut it in half. And this is just shelf paper that I picked up at Walmart with the adhesive back. And it was just a plain wood shell, so I figured I'll throw that on it. As you can see from that kit over there, that's what I did with that kit. I took everything apart, just threw that paper on there just to change it up a little bit. It comes right off, and the original finish. So anyways, I've got the shell and everything. These are the lugs that came with the drum. So basically, I've already marked the holes out. So what will happen is I will screw all these lugs back in, if I can find the hole. Okay, so that is like so. So I'll put the lugs all the way back around, and this is the original hoop, and this is just an old cheap used head, which is fine because you're not going to see it anyways. So that'll all get mounted like a sort of like a regular drum. So then over here I've taken the other clock apart, and this just happens to fit perfect in there. So I'll stick that on there with some two-way tape. What I'm going to have to do is just drill a hole all the way through it. So here's the regular clock mechanism. This is just a battery powered, and the arms just basically stick on there, and the second hand screws it all back together. So once that hole's drilled, I'll stick that up from underneath, put some two-way tape on there to stick it to the back of the drum head. And once that is accomplished, I have the piece of glass, which also fits perfect right over the hoop. So that'll sort of protect everything. And what I'll do is I'll put a few dabs of hot glue on that. And I'll have a drum clock I can hang upstairs, and I think it's like kind of cool just to have something different like that around the house. I mean, everybody knows I'm a drummer, so they'll come in and see that and go, oh, cool, whatever. But anyways, this is the kind of stuff I'm just doing to keep me busy. But anyways, take care. Hey, so we've got the lugs back on. As you can see, the hardest part about this whole build is cleaning everything. I don't know where this kit came from, but obviously he was a smoker, because you can see the buildup of crap on this. I mean, it all just wipes right off, but still, it's just time consuming. All right, and I'm gonna have to clean the hoop that goes on there too, because that thing is just as bad. So, and there we are so far. So got the hoop on, I put the head on, which is, like I said, it's just a cheap used head because you can't see it anyways. And I got some two-sided tape, and I tape the face on here. So what I have to do now is I have to very carefully drill a hole that size through the drum head. And it is under tension, so I have to be careful that it doesn't split or whatever, so that I can mount this on the back. And the little thing. My drill ready, and I'm gonna start with a little tiny pilot hole first, because I really don't want to screw this up. That's the only used head I have in that size. So if I screw it up, I don't want to really have to go buy a brand new head. So I can take my time, drill a pilot hole, and then go up to the proper size drill bit and get that hole sunk in there. All right, I have the hole drilled. It was a success. I didn't blow up the head. And I've got my clock mechanism with my two-sided tape on it. So I'm going to go up from underneath, stick it so that little guy sticks up through that hole, so I can mount those arms to it. And they're just a pressure fit. They just sort of just stick in there. It's all mounted, and I just threw a piece of Gorilla Tape on there just as sort of some extra security to make sure that that doesn't pop out of there. But yeah, I got it centered, and I just have to mount the clock arms on there now, and we'll go from there. Unfortunately, the clock mechanism here, where's my finger? Oh, there it is higher than the rim. so I can't mount the piece of glass on there, but I really want it on there. I'm not so worried about dirt and dust, but rather than just people touching the arms and that sort of business. So what I'm going to do is where these lugs are, right on the rim there, I got the hot glue gun out, and I'm going to see if I can put a little sort of stack of hot glue on there just to sort of raise the glass up a little bit, and then I'll hot glue the glass to that. So that way I'll have the protection of people trying to stick their fingers in there and touching it. So we'll see how that works out. And there you have it. What I actually ended up doing was I had some little pieces of rubber. I mean, it looks like ass, the hot glue, but I glued the rubber to the hoop itself, and then I glued the glass to that. So it gave me enough clearance that the second hand works. So it's all ready. You hung up somewhere, probably in my bedroom or something like that. But anyways, I could hang it down here, but there's all kinds of drum stuff already down here, and I know what time it is most of the time when I'm down here because I have my phone. So anyways, that's today's project. I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, it's Friday, February 10th, and of course it's snowing. Wednesday we had freezing rain, and then it turned to rain, and now we got like a foot of snow. Yes, I'm a little down today. Just got some bad news this morning. Just trying to deal with things, so right here before I lose the light. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, I'm about to lose the light. I figured we'd go something real quick, but yeah, this is what I'm dealing with, so I'm not here like an hour. But yeah, okay, done. Frosty time. Yeah, it's dark out. If anybody knows my driveway, I had to go back and do the first half of it by the time I finished the second half. That's how much snow on. And they're still calling for another 6 inches before this is all done and said and done. Whatever. Anyways, just gotta clean the front porch off, and I'm gonna go inside and figure out what to do. Alright, see ya. I think I'm gonna bring the puppies out for a pee-pee. They'll be a little excited. And if Riley takes off, Riley's like the little beagle. She's only a couple of years old, but she has typical beagle mentality where she has selective hearing, so she only hears what she wants to. So if she takes off, she's toast. Come on, let's go for a pee-pee. Hurry up! I'll go for a bit of a run, stretch their legs. What are you doing? Go pee-pee, Riley, no, stay over here. Stay on the driveway. I deliberately covered up their little trail there I had dug out because I really don't feel like chasing Riley. Well, you probably can't see much, so I'll just end it here. Wow, I'm surprised. She peed in under 5 minutes, and she came to the door. That's because we got good cookies in the house, that's why. Hey, peeps, back in the house. Rest's a little bit warmed up. Got my stuff drying in front of the fireplace. Shower time for sure, because I'm stanky. Alright, see ya. Just at the mall picking up K-Dog. Finally stopped snowing. The roads are absolutely brutal. Especially the main road here. Like, you'd think they plow that. The side streets are better than that. And the main road that I live on, they put some barriers up on one side, and now with the plows going by, it's filled up the barriers, and all the snow is drifting up and over the barriers. So it's drifting like almost all the way across the road. So that was interesting. And then turning out on the main street here, did a couple of fishtails, which was fun. But oh, there's the puppies. There's Riley. Riley knows we're picking up K-Dog, so there's Zoe. Alright, well, I don't know what's up for tonight when I get home, but we'll probably just start editing the vlog and stuff. So. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Hello! I almost forgot. I'm doing some editing right now, and you'll see. But anyways, this is how the cowbell turned out. I just got to clean the salt off of it now, but that's the exact finish I was looking for. And what I did too, it's actually been about 5 days because I started it and left it in the basement, and it's really cold down there. So obviously you need moisture in the air to cause it to rust, and it wasn't doing anything after a couple of days. So then I was thinking about it one night in bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put it in the bathroom. And so I stuck it up on a shelf we have in there, and it's been there for about 5 or 6 days because everybody's showering. It's hot, really damp in there when you're done, and it was perfect, and it came out so good. Like I said, I just got to clean the salt off, but it rusted up pretty good, and I'm going to throw some clear coat on that, and it can go back on the kit. And yes, I got the questions like, why is there a rusty cowbell in the bathroom? So I got to explain the whole situation. But anyways, came out good. I'm really happy with it. Alrighty. So I got the salt and everything cleaned up off of this. Still nice and rusty. And I'm just going to hit it with some clear coat, which is, I'm just using some Krylon stuff just to clear. And then I'll hang it up and let it dry for a couple of days. And then I will get it on the kit, do a test fit, make sure it works. But that'll be the next vlog because I don't want to wait for this to dry to finish off today's vlog. So anyways, yeah, so I'm actually going to call it. The video's already like 25 minutes or so. I'm leaving too many days. So I'm going to try to at least get one vlog per week right now. This one's about 10 days or something. But anyways, I leave for Utah on Wednesday. Today's Saturday, so I got to start packing tomorrow and all that. So I'll start doing some vlogging then, and I'm definitely going to be vlogging the whole time I'm in Utah. So I'm going to call it. So please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and always remember to rock on. Hey guys, just kind of change of plans. I'm going to mess around for a little bit. Oh, great, it's backwards. Hole drilled. It was a success. Oh, okay, so I got the drill hole. Oh, for crying out loud.